I'm here. We made it. Half an hour late, but we're here. I screwed up with the checking of the updates. Normally, I put it on. This is what happens when I don't tell you stuff. Right out of the gate. Normally, I try to remember to put it on earlier in the day and just have it in the background. But today, I just totally dropped the ball. And like the last 2 times that I had opened it and had an update, it was really quick. It was like 5 minutes, let's go. This one, oh my goodness. Like it downloaded fine, but the whole applying it was like reminiscent of Windows 98 dial-up. 90s era dial-up. I say Windows 98 because that was the computer I had that had dial-up. So that's where my memories are. Alright. I was looking at the character page where I have this one and I have another Khajiit character and an Argonian. I actually ended up deleting that original first Khajiit character because it's been so long and I know I'm never going to play her because Rikha'Raal's where it's at. But I wouldn't mind, I want to redo the Argonian. She's still going to be called Ricks and Rolls though. I wouldn't mind changing her out and creating a more stamina-based character, I guess you could say. Not a Nightblade, something different and new. So maybe after the Dark Brotherhood with Rikha'Raal, we might take a little bit of a break where she can chill out. Could play a little bit of Ricks and Rolls. Either that, or we might have another adventure for her to go on. Right out of the gate. We can't waste no time. No time wasting for Rikha'Raal. She runs wherever the wind may take her. Actually, where is the wind taking her? A report to Speaker Tamriel. Did we kill someone? Probably. This one cannot always remember. She has killed many. This is a time for reflecting. Reflecting life choices. You enjoy your meal. It is the cycle of life. I did not realize that the Dark Brotherhood soundtrack was like this whole area's soundtrack. It makes sense now, kind of. Because that's the whole reason why you're here in this chunk of land. It's because of the Dark Brohood. It just caught me off guard. So many places to explore. Smuggle a Ravager. Hello there. May this one ravage with you? No? Absolutely not. You brought more friends. That is not a good sign. You can run in electricity. Stabby, stabby. Very good. There is someone playing a lute. The off-key outlaw. Don't come running after this one. She merely wants to cut your throat. Wait, what? Oh no, she accidentally pressed it on. It is fine. This one loves off-key outlaw. She wishes that she did not have to kill you. You are fantastic. Now let's see if we can try this again. Smuggler Archer. The guy sneaks so quietly. It is one of our best skills, even in the daytime. Perhaps, especially in the daytime, since you do not expect her. Wait, what? Why can't I do it? Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? Okay. I think I can try one more time. It's really strange. There must be another one to practice on. Oh. That not work like it should have. Oh. You set down a box and it disappeared. That takes talent. Okay, now we try this again. Oh, it will not work? Is it because we are on stairs? There we go. The off-key outlaw returns from the cave. For no death is actually real death. It is funny how everyone takes it so seriously. But no one actually ever dies. Oh, no. Screwed up. Why, Rika likes her own stabbing weapon. It's a mix, perfect. Does not even have blade in her hand. That is true skill. Ah, dang it. Rika does not know what that was, but it was magnificent. Alright. This one should stop killing people and return back to the speaker. Yes. No. Your electricity does not face this one. Gold Coast. This coast is not golden. It is not like desert sands that glisten in the sun. They should have named it a dreary coast. It would have been much more fitting. Stormy coast. Yes. Oh, you still have the dead woman here. You really like, the smell? Watching them rot? You're a weird one, aren't you?
We know that Quintus Gerol is dead. The Brotherhood has eyes everywhere. You have done well. The Covenant is sealed, signed in blood. Welcome to the family, sister.
And that's all that this one had to do to prove herself.
We have been watching you for a long time. Killing the nobles simply sealed our covenant. Now you need to meet your brothers and sisters. I will send you to a sanctuary, a safe house of sorts, a home, as well as a source of additional contracts.
Alright. So where is this sanctuary?
Not far. It's the reason I summoned you to the Gold Coast. There is much work to accomplish here, and you will be a part of that. Your new home lies to the north, hidden beneath Varen's wall. Go there, and attempt to open the black door.
Oh, I need to get a new shade for my window because it does not cover it fully, and I'm getting glare. And I'm also realizing that I just had a patch, so of course all my mods were turned off. Grand. Just grand. So you were telling Rikha'Raal that this whole time you were trying to get her here. So you sent that strange, happy-go-lucky lady that was talking about proving herself to the Dark Brotherhood, and would that not be grand to do so? And somehow spilling all of the beans to Rikha'Raal, telling her that she could just be one and the many others that could get golden ticket to become part of the Dark Brotherhood. She was just an actor, yes? Well, Rikha'Raal finds that much more believable.
The Black Door will pose a question. What is the flavor of fear? Reply, sublime, my brother, and the sanctuary shall be open to you. Once inside, seek out Astara. She has additional instructions for you.
Seems a little, overly dramatic, does it not? The flavor of fear. It does not have to be amazing. You don't have to enjoy the fear in another's eyes. You could just want to kill them for a myriad of reasons. Are there other sanctuaries? There must be, yes. Tamriel is quite large.
Of course. Since the formation of the Dark Brotherhood, our shadow has stretched across the entirety of Tamriel. Not every sanctuary has flourished, however, and our grip isn't as secure as we'd like in certain parts of the world.
This one completely understands.
Not that it concerns you, but Vardenfell continues to be a source of irritation. The Gold Coast, however, presents an opportunity we can all profit from. Here we can establish a foothold that will serve the Brotherhood for generations to come.
So, that lady Rikha'Raal was talking about earlier, that you have not disposed of and she's just sitting here rotting. Are you going to clean her up anytime soon?
Just a little business I had to attend to. I do like to keep my dagger sharp, as it were. Her family had certain documents and presumed to make allegations that might have embarrassed the Brotherhood.
Ah. You were defending the Brotherhood's reputation.
The Brotherhood isn't that petty, but we do have certain obligations to uphold. I gave her the greatest gift of all, solace. Just as you gave the same gift to Lord Rikha'Raal. And there will be many more gifts to grant before your work is done.
You go back and forth a lot, or maybe it's more complicated, this whole killing business. Liking it, loving it, hating it, granting them gifts, stabbing them in the back. Right. Goodbye. Yeah. Should clean that up eventually. Looks like you have a long list of people to talk to. Rika will not stand around and wait. That was a horse. Which level? Oh, so Rika does not have to zoom out slowly. Well, that is nice. So this is where the sanctuary is. Kavach. An anvil. Get in line. So true though. That has gotta be the biggest immersion breaker for me with like MMOs, because there's all the saviors. Sometimes it's oh goodness. That is an impressive hat. Sometimes it's not so bad if it's not like the hero story, or the hero thing is only one of many different storylines, but a little bit awkward. I do like how sometimes this game does have solo sections, so you really don't have that staring you right in the face, but it's just the MMO thing.
We'll find gainful employment, Kirith. We just need to keep looking. You don't know how glad I am to see a friendly face. You probably won't believe this, but Kirith and I are in trouble. Again. We could really use your help.
You just saved the world. Yes, just like the 20 others. Yeah, like this game, obviously, when we did it, there weren't any other players really running around too much. It wasn't too bad. And like the characters, there's a lot of them. Not all of them. It seems like kind of organic how some people know who you are and some people don't, but it's also kind of awkward because sometimes it's people that should know what you've done. I don't know. But this game is, it strikes as good of a balance, I think, as it can, with the fact that it's an MMO, but it's also like a hero's tale. But I feel like if I was going to design a game like that, the one thing that I would change with, well, the first thing I think I would focus on changing with ESO, I think for the better, is making other players look more like NPCs. Like, okay, so you can always, not always, but you can usually tell who's a player character and who's an NPC. Because you have like these crazy skins, like these glowing flame bodies, these flaming horses and stuff, these crazy animals following you everywhere. And I know that having pets and stuff, it's like a staple of MMOs, but I would try to balance it in a way that it's subtle. It's really subtle. So you can, I played the worst. So like, when you see a crowd of people, you can't automatically go, oh, that's a player, that's a player, that's a player. Like it's more blended out. And you have more NPCs that would have some pets running around. You'd have more natural pets. You wouldn't have like a flying Daedroth as a pet, unless like it's something really, really special that you went through a quest to get, like the flaming horse one, or the blue covered rune cat or whatever. I don't know, the crazy ones. Like it would be a quest based thing that you would unlock, you'd have to go through, and it would be something that would have a certain rarity in the world but would exist. Either that, or all the NPCs have to have these crazy things. Cause it's just, I think that would just be more helpful in terms of immersion in the world. That's just me though, but yeah. I would fix the beast races. The beast races are pretty good in this game. I keep holding my breath for Khajiit though, because I doubt that they're going to go to elsewhere anytime soon. And if they do, how are they going to handle all the different types of Khajiit with a certain amount of grace? I don't know if they've been really spectacular so far. There's been a few things that like I can gripe about, but overall like they've done a really good job with this world. But I'm afraid that they will screw up with the Khajiit and be like, nah, they all look the same, or have like 2 variations or whatever. Just be like really careless with it. They have like shown off cats where they're like, oh, this is like the Khajiit other type. I forget, like the Afika or Senche, whatever. But they blend it so completely with an actual house cat or an actual tiger that it's hard to tell. It's like you're using the same model, they have the same sounds, they're doing the same things. This is awkward. There's a clear difference between this sentient species that understands complex languages and a run-of-the-mill cat. And it bothers me. It bothers me. So I don't know, like, because you even have enemy Pamlar that will beat your ass out in the wild, and I'm like, they're supposed to be part of a complex civilization. They're supposed to be a tribal species. Like, they have their own culture, and they're just out there killing people. There are things like skeletons and stuff, give them more than their own model. Yes, we've had that gripe. I was specifically being sassy about that the other stream, because they only had, I think, Argonian and humanoid. I don't even know if they even have an orc one, to be honest. Like, orcs would have their own skull at least with the fangs. Anyway, it can't be that bad. Tell this one what happened. Like she remembers what you just said.
An unpleasant ship captain dropped us off without so much as a by your leave. He was supposed to take us to Hammerfell to explore a dwarven ruin. We're scholars of some renown, you know. Although my sister prefers the term dungeon delvers.
And why did he not honor your agreement?
I'm not sure. The language of the sea confuses me. We just need to charter a ship to Sentinel. But that disagreeable captain took the last of our gold. We want to work, but no one will hire us. Perhaps you could serve as our agent in this matter.
This one does not think it was the language of the sea. This one thinks that you dealt with an asshole that wanted to take advantage of you, and you let him do it. This one could also do such a thing, but She will try to be good person, yes?
Ah, finally a turn of good fortune. I imagine you'll have no problem convincing these ignorant clods to hire us forthwith. Honestly, I'm overqualified for most of the work available here, but I'll do whatever is necessary to get us to Sentinel.
Listen, Rikha'Raal understands that on a deep spiritual meta level. Welcome to the real world. If you are bound for Hammerfell, how did you end up in Anvil?
Hammerfell? Anvil? Why does everything in this part of the world sound like it belongs in a smithy? Look, it was an honest mistake on my part. The captain claimed to be a proper sailor and I took him at his word.
So the ship's captain sailed you to the wrong port.
I'm an artificer. If you ask me to recalibrate a dwarven power core, I'll ask you to what voltage. But determining where the captain made an error in his navigational calculations? You might as well ask me to charm the wings off a harpy.
Alright, fair. Everyone has their weaknesses. This one could charter a ship for you.
We're dungeon delvers, not paupers. Kirith and I won't accept charity, no matter how you present it to us. We'll earn our own way. Just find someone who's willing to hire us, and let us do some honest work.
Any idea who would be interested in hiring a dungeon delver such as ourselves?
My letter of introduction opens doors throughout Morrowind. But in this isolated hamlet, I inquired with a blacksmith, but he wanted brawn, not brains. There was also the angler, but we were unable to agree on terms.
There must be someone interested in your particular talents.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? The Anvil Repository has a reputation for serving its clients poorly. I offered my skills as a bookkeeper, but the proprietor rejected me. If she reconsiders, I'd make a valuable addition to her team.
Orc merchandise.
And this one inquire at the Mages Guild. It's talking about an artificer. Inquire at the tavern. You are a big wolf.
I hate being this far from Hrothgar and my clan.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Never to be able to properly return home. This one's carrying capacity with the horse? Still confused about this, honestly.
I was beginning to think this fight was hopeless, but with the Great Shackle destroyed, we might just have a chance here.
Good luck. Oh my god, it is so slow with the patch. I don't blame you for being late. Right? It was like, hey, look, it's 24%. 5 minutes later, hey, look, it's still 24%. 10 minutes later, it's 25%. pretty bad. Yeah. There is no consequence. This one could kill anyone and they would just return in a few hours. What is this? Oh. The carved bow. This one understands now.
My carry-alls will keep your most valuable possessions safe from cut purses, pickpockets, robbers, marauders, floods, famines, and rampaging beasts of all shapes and sizes. I guarantee it.
Your arm is clipping through your sword. Alright. That's very expensive.
Don't start any trouble.
This one almost thought you were naked over there.
Your valuables will be as snug as a bug in a rug in our vaults. I guarantee it.
This one can't inquire with you. Nice tattoos though. Will cost you some gold if not done right. If not done right. Can I murder her and get the upgrade? Oh no, I've got to be careful. I can just steal whenever I want. That's not good.
Izmir's beard. Those vile rumors will be the death of us. Don't the pirates know it takes constant attention to detail to keep a bank running smoothly?
Having a trouble balancing your books. This one knows a dark elf who can help.
If you're talking about that skeever Raynor, then you can turn around and march right out of my office. That skinny dark elf had the audacity to tell me that my accounts weren't in order. I've seriously injured bigger men for lesser slights.
I'd be careful what you say about my friend Raynor. An honest bank would want an honest worker.
Ha! You've got mead in your blood, that's for sure. So you vouch for this little snowback? You really think he can make sense of this tangled mess? All right. What do I have to lose? The Dark Elf's got a job. My books can't possibly get any worse.
This one will send the Raynor right over. That was actually a really good animation that Rikha'Raal did right at the end of that conversation. Loved it. Also love that outfit, girl. I love a lot of these. But what stinks is, as far as I know, I can't just murder these people and strip them of their clothing. Which sucks. Because I would very much like to do that and then get it and not have to pay for it in the crown store.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but these pirates' boots ain't exactly sanitary.
The only P word we use here is privateer. And also profit. And occasionally paid off. But never pirate. Now find a way to clean this walkway or find yourself another job.
Okay. Rika needs to go here. Yes. You cannot, I tried. I am so glad that you experimented for science. Oh, all black, how edgy. Rika almost did all black too, you know. But she wanted a little bit of color.
Ah, finally a turn of good fortune. I imagine you'll have no problem convincing these ignorant clods to hire us forthwith. Honestly, I'm overqualified for most of the work.
Oh, this one has to find a job for you too. Hello.
I usually see the tomb as half full, but even I was about to give up hope. Getting doors slammed in your face certainly took the air out of my sails. With your help, we can raise the gold we need to leave this.
Any suggestions on who might be interested in hiring you?
I tried to handle a shift at the local tavern, but the customers couldn't keep their sweaty paws to themselves. You can't blame me for breaking a few fingers. They were touching my body after all. That's when the innkeeper's wife fired me.
There must be somewhere else you'd like to work.
I thought about helping the rowdy Gua, but the ship's captain is a cheat. What I really want to do is sing. I've serenaded in taverns from Deshan to Eastmarch. I even received a standing ovation in Orsinium. Unfortunately, Anvil has no taste.
Right. How did you end up in Anvil if you were heading for Hammerfell?
Now that's a tale to make the brave little scrib cry. Raynor insists that the captain made a mistake, but I saw the contract they signed before we were marooned here. My brother chartered a ship to Anvil, not Sentinel. This is all his fault.
And why would Raynor do such a thing? He is supposed to be smart and clever and do no wrong, no?
He mixed up the names. Anvil, Hammerfell, they sound all the same to my brother. After we'd set sail, he said he couldn't wait to see the towers of Anvil. I reminded him we were sailing to Sentinel. So he ran to see the captain, but it was too late.
He is a dumbass, yes. Alright, singing. Singing at a tavern. Interesting. Take out my chest, slam it on the ground in the middle of the road, and I'll rummage through it. See that horse? Now that is a person that's been through and seen some things. Or spent money. And it's not an NPC. And stands out. But again, the psychology of it is that you want to be this special person among all these other common folk. So it's a hard balance to strike. But I feel like it can be done much better. So Rika rides on a horse till she reaches the tavern. Probably went the long way around, yeah? Yes. Went the long way around.
disaster. That bard gets in one scrap with a dark elf and suddenly he can't play tonight's show. She strained his finger. What does that even mean? Sorry, I'm rambling. The crowd gets rowdy when there's no music to listen to while they drink.
Well then, I know a talented dark elf who'd love to sing to your customers. Serenade them. Your crowd will love it. They will drink more, spend more money.
Ha! The dark elf lass? It just about split my gut when I heard her yowling. Sounded like someone stuck a fork in a bantam guar and twisted it to the right. If that's what they call singing in Morrowind, I really need to pay them a visit.
Speaking of Anvil, I think I have a house there. Need to fix it up. Multiple houses. My goodness. If our singing is that amusing, just tell the audience she's a comedian.
Interesting notion. We've had our share of bards and jesters, but never a jester who sings. At least the crowd will enjoy looking at her. Who knows? They might even like her act. Send Kirith over. I'll pay her well for an evening's entertainment.
Excellent. This one will let Kirith know.
Welcome to the finest tavern on the Gold Coast. We know how to show a visitor a good time. You can bet your boat on that.
You say so. More nymph? It's you. Never. Those got a lot of gold from a... from a mate. That is not playing anymore. I see. And so you were able to buy the houses. I thought you could only get the homes from the Crown store. That was one of the things you have to spend real money on. Alright. Hello there, dumbass.
You're back. Did you have any luck? Did you find...
You took your time. I was starting to get worried. But tell me, were you successful? Have you secured gainful employment for Kirith and myself?
This one found jobs for the both of you. You can start immediately.
Immediately? That seems rather sudden. Oh, very well. Kirith, did you hear? We can earn enough gold to continue our journey. It just required someone these depraved pirates could understand. Oh, I don't mean to imply that you're depraved, my friend.
This one's just very emotionally intelligent. This one spoke to Fronda. She's agreed to let you balance the bank accounts.
Not the most exciting use of my talents. But tallying numbers beats hauling a load of metal ingots any day. Thank you for convincing the user to hire me. Even a single entry in the wrong column can spell disaster for a financial institution.
She cannot wait for you to get to it. That is a lot of money, Zarlark.
All right. I'm ready to hear the news now. What kind of job did you sign me up for? Bodyguard? Spy for the Pact? Private chef for a visiting dignitary? Tell me, tell me, tell me!
These things were not the things that you told Rikha'Raal you'd be interested in doing. You can sing in the tavern. Pius promised to pay you well.
That's wonderful news! Those drunken pirates are in for a treat. Thank you for negotiating an excellent deal. Now, what should I say? Something from the tribunal soliloquies? Maybe one of the Sujama drinking songs? So many choices.
Oh, they're going to love you.
You did more for us than anyone in this wretched city. Raynor and I will do our jobs and complete our contracts. Then it's off to Hammerfell. There are ruins to explore, adventures to partake in. I'm all tingly with anticipation.
Okay. First of all, we eat. Secondly, this is a ring. Used to fully charge weapons of any level and to revive players of any level. Oh. Wait. I mean, it's a container, so she can open it, yes? Ah. Increases maximum stamina and adds weapon damage. When you use with the Blade of Woe, you gain a major berserk for 20 seconds, increasing your damage down by 25%. This is why I wanted to help you when you did not have your horse. I see. This does not help Rikha'Raal. Now that I have like the Dark Brotherhood DLC, does that mean every character has access to it? I assume so. It makes little sense that they wouldn't all have access to it. It'd be way too much of a money grab. Tahiri.
Have you seen the naughty Nereids perform? Their rendition of Investigator Vel was just as this one imagined it, and this one has read all the stories. Tilwen was perfect as Vel. She can investigate me whenever she wants to.
Oh goodness, Rikha'Raal will have to watch sometime. She will buy these. On the US server, that is. Well, I can't imagine DLCs being only specific per character anyway, but I felt like I had to ask because life is strange. Ride through the countryside. So dreary. Spacious. Not enough bushes. At least in this one's opinion. Ah, a wish shrine. All the things I got on the US server, I do not have on the EU server. That's messed up. So it's not per account, it's per server. If you want an expansion pack, you can buy that and it's attached to your account, but it can only be activated on one server at any given time. That's, I don't know how I feel about that.
Another customer.
'Cause like, yeah, that's messed up. 'Cause you bought it once. It should be able to be activated on each server. That just makes it harder for you to play with friends around the world. Is this Dark Brotherhood card? It is okay. Rika thinks she looks pretty good now though. Like a Khajiit Dark Brotherhood. This is what it would look like. Actually, now that you mention it. No, we cannot get the zoom out. Because guess who needs to design a special Dark Brotherhood outfit for each of the new NPCs in her mod? Such an elegant creature. Lions. Can we not be friends? No. This one guess is not. Tis a pity. I can tell you how I feel, but I will not do that to your nice chat. The saltiness is real. I understand. Yeah, I was actually very, very close to just saying, you know what, this is taking too long, the whole patch thing. I wanted to be like, okay, we'll delay it for 15 minutes. If it doesn't finish by 15 minutes, then I'll just play something else. But it looked like it got so close. I was like, oh, I guess a half an hour isn't too bad. We can make this work. But I was very, very close to just changing it to another modding Monday stream, essentially, where we just do more mod work, because it's still Elder Scrolls related. This is an epic door. It's also very obvious. Like, some random person walks up, they see this door, they know exactly what's up. It is not subtle in the slightest. So good though. So damn good.
What is the flavor of fear?
You sublime, my brother. Plus, there's a lot of people just standing in the doorway. Oh, Snape! I think, because this game takes place in the past, I would very much enjoy the... of course, you'll live in a cave. A very well cut cave. I think I want to copy these banners. Yeah. They're very simple, but for when the player first enters the sanctuary, having the tattered old style banners I think would be really cool. And then when the player takes control of the Dawnstar Sanctuary, then you'll get the new Nordic looking ones to replace them. Marked for death. Herein lie the countless damned, their worth measured only by the weight of the gold that condemned them. Select your meal and devour it whole. That's where we go for contracts. It's basically like listening to the mother, I would say. types of skulls. Now, isn't that hard? Oh my gosh, ZeniMax, like you have all the different models. You could so easily make the correct skeleton models for everybody. That is messed up. Screen cap that because having different kinds of skulls would be nice. I can probably get that skeleton mod that's on the Nexus that's like beast race skeletons and stuff. Can probably get the skulls out of them and use those around the sanctuary just like that. I think that's a really nice touch. And then this is what their armory looks like. I have a little tiny corner for that in our sanctuary. These are actually, I didn't even think about that. Having custom chests for the character storage seems kind of cute. I like that. Plus this almost looks this reminds me a little bit of like Khajiit style. So I might do a variation of this for like the Khajiit's chest. Them having their own distinct chest would be a really easy way for me to like do more ethnic styled things, like just by retexturing the chest. That would be like an easy way to do what I want, rather than having distinct models, which I will have to do for certain things with certain props, but I want to have this kind of set up as well. Maybe not that high up. But yeah, definitely like there's this one room where it was going to be like a bunch of scrolls, maps and stuff, character faces, and the armory is much more modest. Alright. They have dark cardigans that are just boon people. I don't know whether I want to have that. I think because the way that they did it in Skyrim, they were spirits. I'm probably just going to keep them as ghosts. And the ghosts can wander around and not be hostile anymore. And then this is a total rip of the Valkyrie Sanctuary, my goodness. Let's have a cave, and let's have, oh god, that's beautiful. Oh man. Yeah, I really love the stained glass. I hope my stained glass are good enough. I feel awkward about them. There's already, like, I want to switch out the one and do other tweaks. I'm not completely pleased, but it has to do. It has to do for now, because I still have the round one to do. Oh, that's dope. That's interesting. Oh no. I might have to bash some stuff together. So these are what their rugs look like. Oh man. I've been making one that looks more Nordic, but it's much more, like, it's got like the head graphic in it, or at least one certainly doesn't. It's much more sterile in that regard. And I don't know whether I mean, I guess I just have to strike the balance. I don't, like I've said before, I don't want to just have skulls and everything, but F12. F12 is getting a workout. Yep. Exactly. Well, there's just like a lot that I can just absorb from this. You see, I did something like this in my original mod where it shows all of the treasures from like the whole quest that you've done. Even though some of those might be in the player's inventory, it was a little bit awkward, but it's a nice idea. We got lots of mushrooms. Can't go. Oh, we can go in here. Or collecting them for potions, I'm sure. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. It really depends on the vibe. It just depends on the vibe. The 5 tenants. Actually, maybe Rika should read the rules. Brothers and sisters, we are predators, but we are not animals. We bow to no law of nation or alliance, but we have rules and morals. Break or neglect to follow these tenets at your own peril. Expulsion from the Brotherhood is the least of the punishments awaiting such reprehensible traitors. This is true. This is true. Obey these 5 tenets, and your devotion shall never come into question. Tenet 1. Never dishonor the Night Mother. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. I just realized the mic is like far away. It's towards the end of stream, but I just realized that I never pulled it closer. I don't know if you can hear any difference, but you're closer to my face now. Revere the Night Mother, for our unholy matron serves as the source of our contracts, the lifeblood of the Brotherhood. Tenet 2, never betray the Dark Brotherhood or its secrets. To do so, you got more clear, but it was okay before. Good. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. We thrive in the shadows. To cast light on the shadows is a blasphemy before Sithis and the Night Mother. Oh. Well, I just found out that Discord overlay works because I got a message. I'm glad it didn't show up on stream. Never disobey or refuse to carry out an order from a Dark Brotherhood superior. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. To listen and obey, the very first lesson taught to every member of the Dark Brotherhood. Question nothing, be a good little soldier. Yes, yes. Never steal the possessions of a Dark Brother or Dark Sister. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. To steal from a brother or sister is to steal from the Night Mother. Sithis hates such thieves. Never kill a Dark Brother or Dark Sister. To do so is to invoke the wrath of Sithis. We are family, and a family does not murder family unless a member has been cast out. His or her life is as sacred as your own, and apparently our lives are exempt from the soulless and the beautiful peace that you can get from going into the void, and everyone wants to go into the void, but not us, not us. Know that it is not your kin who will come to judge you should you fail to uphold this contract. Remember the story of the Wraith told to every new initiate, This is more than mere fable. The wrath of Sithis is real, and he sends his wrath to punish any brother or sister who breaks the tenets. Yep. Gold Coast notables. Oh. I love these hanging shelves. They're super awkward, I think, as a real life item, but dang if they aren't cool. Taking pictures of everything. I like the incense idea. I think that's really sick. I'm gonna have to do something like that. It'd be really easy to do. We have like smoke meshes, plumes like that. And you just have it in some kind of held container. That can't be too hard to make. I think that would be something that you'd have like either burning for the apothecary, which is why this exists, but I could also see it in the Khajiit room, like having a little incense thing. The primate before the light. Yep. All of the pictures. Like we just go off the rails. It's completely all about modding Monday stuff now. But this is actually really good timing because now I'm actually starting to clutter the area for our mod, so I really want to have a better... Oh yeah. Oh, right, because you'd have to wash clothes, and then how and where would you dry them? Or if you're dyeing them? I need to figure out what I want to have in the sanctuary, all the little different details, and what I really need to have in there, what I want to have in there, what's realistic to have in there, what would be too much, because you need to have it balanced and seem like it was meant to be in the game all along. All of these things I need to juggle, plus the fact that I only have certain vanilla assets to work with, and will I need any custom ones, and I also have all of the modern resources to go through, which might be better in certain instances for certain things. There's just like a lot to juggle. So this can only help. So what you're saying, I said I did not do my photo job well. Oh, trust me, I'm remembering that you did give me a bunch of photos at the very beginning, and I will be looking at those too. I just want to make sure that I have all of the reference material that I can possibly have. Because I'm just a sucker for it. Yeah, I think Skyrim has really long, thin ones like this, like from Markarth or Windhelm or something. So I could definitely do something like that. And it has like built in like a filter to have them all torn up. I'll be looking at how they did that in game. Because it's the same model, but you have a filter that gets tweaked. I think, have we seen everything? Gone down over here yet? Perhaps not. Oops. May not have gone down this way. just so dang cool. So many books. This is another thing that I'm gonna want to do, and it sucks that like they won't all be like individual books. There'll only be certain places where like you can actually Chimel Adabal Ebalad, where you'll be able to put your own books in or interact with it, kind of like the college where it had bookshelves that had like fake book models in there. You had containers. I just want it to look like this epic library. I feel like half of the Dark Brotherhood's power is the fact that it has this knowledge. Like, it would have a bunch of maps, it would have a bunch of books on certain cities and customs and cultures and stuff, so they could blend in and get their job done. The Black Hand. Also, all of these books, the Black Hand, the Tenant book, all that, I'm going to be putting into my Skyrim mod. We're going to have a lot of lore books from other Elder Scrolls games, including this one, that are relevant. Drink mead song. We hate orcs. We hate orcs. They smell, they stink, they really reek. Oh, wait. We hate orcs, we hate orcs. They smell, they stink, they really reek. They couldn't find their asses in the snow. We hate orcs, we really, really do. They have no beards, they have no brains. They couldn't kill a hawker with a sword. This one has no meat. Bitter travels among the Nixad. So yeah, there would be vampirism ones. All the ones pertaining to the Dark Brotherhood. Maybe some stories about the different, or like a day in the life in different villages and cities. Hopefully some of my writers... I couldn't speak for a second there. Hopefully some of my writers can come up with good short stories like that, if there's not enough to help fill in. The Saga of Captain Wereshark, Part 4. Was he truly a wereshark? We will never know. So this is a bedroom filled with paintings. Oh my. Yeah, see, this is the kind of bed that I wanted to have in the mod. You know? Luckily, I know there's modders resources for something like that. Also, this seems really silly, like it's right in front of the bookshelf. Dude. Yeah, tell me about it. This is their common room. Their common room's much bigger than the one I'm making. Oh no. Their bar. In their cooking area. Yeah, mine is going to be much more compact. I say in Rekka's accent. Okay, I know about this room because spoilers and stuff. I was just thinking to myself, like, why would you have paintings in this room if they're gonna get torn up? Anyway. Now that we've gone through the whole place, looked at everything, nerded out a little bit, let's continue with this story. Oh, wait. One more picture.
You must be the new initiate. The speaker sent word that you were on your way. I'm the matron of this sanctuary. Obey me without question, and I'm certain we'll get along just fine.
Well, of course. If Ulrika were to do that, she could not see why we would not get along. This one would have a burning hatred that would slowly develop over time, but you would be quite happy.
And this is for you, shrouded armor, the uniform of the Dark Brotherhood. You're one of the family now. You might as well look the part. And since you showed such expertise with the Blade of Woe, take this as well. I expect great things, Initiate. We are all brothers and sisters, children of the Night Mother and our dread father. Even lone assassins need a family. Introduce yourself to the others. They can provide advice and information, even support for your more challenging contracts.
Will this one get another contract soon?
Eager, are you? That's good. Then go and talk to Elam Drawls. He handles lesser contracts for the new initiates. Prove yourself to him, and more interesting assignments will follow. Welcome to the family.
This one will go talk to the one you speak of.
Explore the sanctuary. Meet
Oh,
the
this one did.
others,
This
at
one
least the ones currently at home. I believe Green Venom Tongue, Kor, Hildegard, Mirabelle, Simbar, and Tannic are available. When you're done, Elam should have a new task for you to accomplish.
Wait, what? There's a Dark Brotherhood member being murdered? That's news to this one. Tell this one more about yourself, matron.
The past isn't something we talk about here. For most of us, our lives didn't really begin until we were called to serve the Night Mother. And I was called at a very early age.
You have not always been the matron, then, because that would make no sense since you were a child when you were inducted.
No one joins the Brotherhood and immediately steps into a position of power. That's not how we do things. I had to prove myself, show that I was dedicated to the Night Mother and her tenets. I served for many years before I earned my title.
Ulrika already feels that she looks the part. Maybe a little bit too much white, but you know, it helps her blend in with the natives. See this sword. Increase your weapon damage and spell damage. Spell damage. Physical penetration. This is not something that Ulrika can use because it is a sword. Oh right! Thieves Guild. This one really needs to go there. It's pretty good. Ulrika could wear it for a while, she guesses. You did not get the staff? Wait, is that an option? Is that something that can happen? You can get a staff instead of a dagger or a sword? That's kind of lame though. Then it's Russian roulette what you get. I feel like that's real dumb. It should be like, oh, you specialize in this, well then you get this. Or, like the Fighters Guild, he asks you specifically which weapon would be the best for you, and then you get it. I don't know. This seems a little silly. Conjure a fountain of blood to apply minor lifesteal to enemies in the area, healing you and your allies for 600 health every 1 second while damaging them. That is useful. I don't know, player-wise, meta-wise, if these abilities are useful to have just to have as a person, or whether their real virtue comes in as like, this is a party thing. It's an okay thing to do it by yourself, but really you want that synergy, and that's the only thing that really makes them viable. I don't know if that's the case. Because they sound good on paper. There's a staff with his name. I can't remember what I got though. Dang it. Okay. This is the healing stuff. This is the damage dealing staff, I think. No. This one heals more. It deals magic and over 12 seconds healing you a lot, where this one it is 30 seconds. So it might be more over time. Can try it out and see. Right, teleport strike. What about that? I got cool abilities. And I always forget that I have them, because I've got so many. Yeah. Now I look like everyone else. Red, black, and brown. Speaking of, actually. You're in the way. Print screen. All the references. Yeah. What? 5 crown less than writing speed. Did I not just pay money for that? It's a very interesting sound. I'll give it that. Dang. Alright, Rika has to talk to a lot of people, it is true. She also wants to go to the Thieves Guild. She does not think she will remember to do it if she does not start doing that now. She will remember to talk to the Dark Brotherhood later. But right now, Rika needs to go here. For a bag upgrade. I think my bag's decent. I don't know. I generally, in RPGs, I enjoy the immersion of having a smaller bag so that you have to actually take the time to go to town and everything else. With this one, it just feels too gamey and not as... Like with Skyrim, I loved looting the small amounts of loot that I could get and then lugging my way to town and selling it. And it was just a much more intimate experience. With this one, I grab everything up and that's like... I don't know, it's more mechanical, I guess. It's strange, but true. I agree. Oh, well, oh no. Now Rika will refrain from killing you.
What will become of me?
Not death, not today, that's for sure. Wait a minute, it was here. Nice. Now that's subtlety. That's the kind of subtlety I like. Marked, but not in an overt way. Not like the Dark Brotherhood door, which like you can recognize a mile away. Just some impressive sewers, can I just say?
What is it?
Like, dude. It's like they really cared about their infrastructure.
When accounts lay fallow for decades, there's no harm in skimming.
If you say so, lady.
I thought Fortunata would help restore my family's honor. Didn't realize she cared more for coin than reputation. Though I have neither these days. Rotten.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, hi there.
Hi. The Khajiit.
No charge to have a look.
Oops. I'm gonna have to buy more health potions. Looks very Argonian. How nifty.
I don't want to know you. You'll be dead within the year.
This is not the Thieves Guild. I mean, like, yes, I know. I mean, like, it's not the actual DLC Thieves Guild. You get cool stuff. Khajiit rugs. I got a house with Khajiit furniture. You can see at some point if you wish. Yes, I would enjoy such a thing. Okay. Let's make our way out of here. Should we be able to do so? Da, 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 da. Dang it. Hello there. Rika's not sure she knows how to leave. Ah, there it is. Or wait a minute, that wasn't the sewers, was it? It was an elven ruins type thing, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not, it didn't look like normal elven ruins. It's just funny that in fantasy games, like, oh, look at these tremendously huge sewers that exist. I mean, on the one hand, it makes sense for, like, a waterlogged city to have, like, this first level that was abandoned now because the water levels rose, things like that, but it's crazy the kind of caves and big areas you have. But anyway. Where are we? Yes, welcome home. Can I? It's not what I want. There we go. Okay, they have two ways out, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, it is 5 o'clock. And so now it is time to end the stream. I don't know if I like this more than Rika's custom-made Khajiit Dark Brotherhood emo outfit. It definitely is darker, but yeah, I don't know. Spread the word if you like the stream, because it helps the channel grow. Check out the Discord. If you have not, check out the events tab on this Twitch channel to know what we'll be streaming next. Everything is normal except Chillfest on Friday is a morning stream. I like the custom more. Same with my own. Nice! See? Great minds think alike. I'll probably switch it back. But I figured I might as well just be like, okay, we were given this. I'll run around in it for a little while. But I'm not completely sold. I think that's pretty much it. As usual, if there's something that you liked or disliked about the stream, you can always click the stream feedback links in the Twitch info panel or the Discord and let me know all about it. And as always, from my heart to yours, good luck.